Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also doing great. Thank you for asking me. If I am not wrong, you are from Mumbai.
Yes. Actually, I don't live in Mumbai now. I live in a small town called Chiplun, which is about 4.5 hours away from
Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Okay. So how's the weather there?
Oh, it's cloudy. It
Okay.
looks like it's gonna rain.
Okay. So you are so lucky. Here it is
Why?
extremely hot. It is extremely hot.
It
We
is?
cannot step. Yes, yes, definitely. We cannot step out of our home. We are just
Oh,
preferring to stay inside.
wow. The monsoon is coming, so the weather might cool down in a few weeks.
Okay. But here the monsoon comes only in July.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh gosh. So you've got heat throughout the next 10 days of May and then June, and then only in July you'll get the monsoon.
Yes, yes. It will be severe day by day.
Yeah, I can understand. So, what have you been doing? How has everything been going?
Everything is going great. I have been practicing every day
Mhm.
on Clapingo as well as some other platforms too. And sometimes I connect with some YouTubers for my practice. This is
Okay.
how it is going. And besides that, I am planning to write an ebook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, summer vacations have already started, so kids are at home, so I'm not getting time right now. And as soon as I get time, I will start writing an ebook.
Impressive. And what are you going to be focusing on? Like, what topic is your ebook going to be on?
I have two things in my mind. One, I would start writing some short stories
Okay.
because I have experience in it. I have
Okay.
written some short stories in medium.com. So I can pick some stories from there and some stories I can write now. And the other thing that is in my mind, I want to write a book in digital marketing.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I will focus on the all the tools and strategies that are used in digital marketing.
Okay. Wonderful. Great. Okay. So, I was told about the topic that you wanted to speak about today.
Yes, yes. These
Any?
days, actually, I am very fascinated to discuss different kind of topics. It
Mhm.
is really helpful.
So, see, there were
The
two
main
points
point
to your
is,
topic, right? One part of your topic is whether good health can help you save money,
hmm,
and about chronic diseases, around the world. So these are very deep, they are very deep
yes,
topics.
yes,
Um,
yes.
let's discuss the first part. So,
Yeah, definitely.
what is your understanding, or how do you look at it when it comes to health and savings?
Yeah. Oh, as there is a saying that health is wealth.
Right?
Right. So it is, I completely believe in it because if we have a good health, then only we can do anything in our life. And if we are in bad health, everything seems unexciting.
Hmm.
So that is very important that we should have a good health. So, in terms of money, I can say that if we have good health, then we will not have to visit hospitals very frequently. We will not have to take a lot of medications and we will not have to visit hospitals very frequently. And this way also it will save our money. And the other
Correct.
thing that is in my mind is I think prevention is cheaper than the treatment.
Hmm.
Beforehand, if we are taking adequate measures, if we are keeping our body fit, if we are exercising on a regular basis and taking healthy food, then we can escape ourselves from getting chronic diseases.
Right. Now, My my outlook, see, I completely agree with what you are saying. Okay. However, I have so there are two things. Okay. One is, let's say somebody says that vegetables and fruits are healthy, right? But nowadays we know that the way that people are cultivating, these fruits and vegetables is unhygienic and possibly dangerous to people, right? They use a lot of different chemicals. Um, the fertilizer isn't as good as it used to be a few years ago. So these are also things that we need to consider. On top of that, if you go to the market to buy fruits and vegetables, right, the way that these uh, fruits and veggies are handled is also unhygienic, right?
Yes.
So it's very difficult to get good quality, you know, food.
Yes. Mm.
The second thing is when you said that, okay, prevention is better than cure, right? Prevention is cheaper than the cure, the treatment. However, there are a few diseases that run in the family that we cannot really, there's nothing that we can do to stop it. For
Yeah.
example, diabetes, right?
Mm.
Let's say the mother and father both have diabetes. There's more than 90% of a chance that the child will also have diabetes.
Mm.
I know this because both of my parents are diabetics. I was diagnosed at the age of 9 with diabetes, and my two younger brothers are also diabetic.
Mm.
So we are all on insulin. So, like this, there are a few diseases which are not in our hands. It's in the blood, right? You might have heard of certain families where they say, you know, heart conditions are in the family, right? Like, for example, the great grandfather passed away of a heart attack. The grandfather passed away of a heart attack. The father passed away of a heart attack. So, heart issues are in the blood. But then again, yes, you were absolutely correct when you said that exercise and stuff can prevent that, right?
Yes.
So I completely agree with you on that.
Even I agree with you. If it is in our blood, if our both the parents have some kind of chronic disease, then there are more chances that we will also get those kind of diseases. Even my mother has hypertension and high blood pressure
Right.
issues. So I also sometimes when I take a lot of stress at that time, I get those symptoms. So yeah, you are right. But still, it is in our hand that what we can do to prevent these kind of
Absolutely.
conditions. We can
Absolutely.
take healthy food or we can indulge into some kind of exercises so that we can reduce the chances of getting those kind of diseases.
True, true. And when it comes to the second part of your topic, um, the the number of chronic diseases in the world nowadays compared to before, you know, uh, I'll first ask you your point of view on this. What is your point of
Yes.
view on the number of, chronic diseases nowadays compared to maybe 10 or 15 years ago?
Hmm. Yeah, I feel that the people now are getting more chronic diseases than compared to the previous time.
Mhm.
Like if we go back in time, during those times there was no social media platforms, there were no smartphones. People were investing their time in outdoor activities more.
Right?
Now people are busy. They lead sedentary lives. They spend hours sitting inside and using their smartphones. So this is one of the reasons, and the other reason is their eating habits. They are more attracted to fast food and junk food these days. There is an ingredient called Ajinomoto,
Yeah, that they use in
which
Chinese
is
food.
which is usually used in Chinese food, which is very harmful for our health. If we are every day, if we are very frequently eating those kind of foods, then there are more chances that we will get these kind of diseases. So,
Rajni, I completely agree with you on that as well. Because if you see nowadays, see, back then, when it was fast food, right? Let's say a chain restaurant such as McDonald's, right? Back then, it was expensive. Okay. For example, um, if you have five members in your family, right? You could take 1,000 rupees and you can feed all five people. But if you had to order from McDonald's, you would have to spend a minimum of 2,000, 2,500. Nowadays, these fast food restaurants, these fast food chains, they have made their product so cheap that it is actually cheaper to order from outside and get it at home than to actually cook food at home.
hmm,
And we don't know what kind of material they are using to make the food. We don't know what kind of sanitary habits they have at these, establishments.
hmm,
Um, so yes, that I have this belief that yes, that is one of the reasons why chronic diseases have increased in the past few years. And you hit it on the button when you said that people are now invested completely in their phones. They don't like going out. They always make excuses. They want to sit at home and do nothing. So they make their bodies lazy. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think that it's going to get worse because people are looking for cheaper ways, right? Because the economy is getting more expensive. Everything's getting more expensive, you know. So yeah, people are attracted to stuff that are cheaper, and even if it's unhealthy, they are like, fine, to save some money, we'll even go with the unhealthy choice.
absolutely right. So, as per your point of view, what are the measures that people can take to inculcate healthy habits and they can keep their body fit and so that they can escape themselves from the chronic diseases?
See, one thing that I have noticed, and this is actually Indian culture, right? This is our culture, where if you notice that even after breakfast, we are lazy, we sit down and we probably watch TV or we read the newspaper. A lot of our elderly people, what do? They have lunch and then immediately they go to sleep for 2 or 3 hours, right? We as Indian culture, what we do, we have supper late at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So there's no way of actually going out after having supper for a walk or something, right? So if you see when we are having our meals, right? What is the best thing to do is, let's say, for example, if you have lunch, you should at least go for a 5 to 10 minute walk. Why? So that the unhealthy or, the fats, the carbs, they burn off, right? And you are left with what your body needs. But
Hmm.
what we do is we eat and we go to sleep. So all the unhealthy carbs, all the fats, all the oils, they are stored inside our body. So I think that even if you don't want to go outside for a walk, do something at home, right? You can maybe stretch. A lot of people are into yoga. They can do yoga, push-ups, sit-ups, leg raises, do stuff like that. Something that will help you burn off this unnecessary or unwanted fat, unwanted oils, and stuff like that. Another thing is, us as Indians, we eat a lot of greasy foods, a lot of oily foods, right? And so we need to cut down on these things as well. And unhealthy, even if you're a vegetarian, unhealthy vegetables on a regular basis, such as potatoes, should also be avoided. Yeah, these are a few things that they can do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Cutting down on unhealthy food and cutting down on sugar intake.
Yeah,
These are a few things that can help. And on the other side, we can eat our meal 2 hours, at least 2 hours before we go to sleep. So
absolutely.
this will also help. Even if we are not very much into exercising at night, then also if we take our food 2 hours before we go to sleep, then our digestive system will be able to digest the food at least.
Exactly.
Yeah, keeping our body active is the main concern.
True. And that is why you see in the Western countries, um, people usually have their dinner around 6 p.m. and they go to sleep at 8 or 9. So, yeah. Anyway, Rajni, uh, with this, we come to the end of the session, unfortunately. It was so wonderful seeing you again. All right. Keep smiling. I wish you all the best for your ebook or ebooks. Maybe you should go for both of them. And
Thanks a lot.
enjoy your summer holidays. And I hope for your sake that the temperature comes down so that you can also get a little bit of coolness instead of all this heat.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I also loved connecting with you again, and
Pleasure was all mine.
I will look forward to connect with you again and again.
The pleasure would be mine. Thank you so much, Rajni. Have
Thanks
a
a
nice
lot.
evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
You too.